Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer Online action. Wulfrik welcomes you to the devastation of Ostermark. I will indeed be playing as the Norscans, and we are facing up against Bretonnia. So, with Norsca's recent nerfs, they're definitely a little bit weaker. I think a little bit more in balance, I would say. But they're definitely still very strong. So let's go over the build. We've got here in the main line a mix of Marauder Berserkers as well as regular Marauders for, just some killing power against Bretonnia. Most of their infantry won't need much, and Marauder Berserkers and the regular Marauders will be able to clean up most of what they have. We've also got one Marauder Spearman on each flank, as well as one in reserve for support, as well as the Brutes of the Hound, here in the back. We also do have a Wolf Squad. We've got the Maws of Savagery, supported by a Skinwolf Werekin, as well as the Norscan Ice Wolves. So still very strong, a little bit less cost-effective, since they did go up in cost, but still very strong overall, and a useful tool against Bretonnia with their armor-piercing and anti-large, as well as the slow from the, the Ice Wolves. Very useful. We've also got, of course, two Marauder Hunters with Javelins, a very useful tool against Bretonnia. We do have a Chaos Sorcerer, Lore of Metal, a Shaman, Lore of Metal. He's got a Final Transmutation, Plague of Rust, and let's see, also Transmutation of Lead. You can see Dwellers from Below going off by my opponent, probably a little bit premature since I am going to be able to pull away most of my forces here. He will do quite a bit of damage to the Brutes of the Hound here and these Marauders, which is decent, as well as a bit of damage there to that Shaman Sorcerer, but nothing substantial. It probably would have been better to wait until my forces were engaged. Of course, we do have Wulfrik the Wanderer with Sea Fang, Hunter of Champions, as well as Standard Die. For my opponent's build, we'll put it in slow motion here as he begins to open fire. He's got a ton of Peasant Archers with fire. Understandable when you're going to be coming up against Skinwolves. He has put them up to gold chevrons for the most part, though, which is a little bit odd. In the front line, he's got Spearmen at Arms with a shield, supported by two Paladins on foot. One Men-at-Arms with polearms here, one in the rear, and another on this flank. He does have a Prophetess Lore of Life, which is very interesting. You don't see the Prophetess brought very often at all. She is carrying the Dwellers Below, as we saw, as well as Earthblood, Life Bloom, and that is the lore attribute, as well as Aura of the Lady, so a bit of magic resistance there. He also does have the Knights of the Lion-Hearted over here, which is the Regiment of Renown, Knights of the Realm. They're very cool looking, have magical attacks, great stats overall, great unit. Also another Knights of the Realm over on this flank. They're definitely going to be having a tough time up against this major anti-large squad, as well as the Marauder Spearmen here. So you can see my guys taking an absolute shellacking right now from those Peasant Bowmen. These Brutes of the Hound are very tattered, but thankfully they are unbreakable, so they'll be able to get in that fight. So we'll go ahead and kick things into full gear here. So the main goal is just to march straight up the pipe and beat the crap out of them. So we're using the Hounds to break the charge here. They'll definitely lose and get routed off pretty quickly, but it does break the charge of the Knights of the Realm and allows the Maws of Savagery to get in from behind and start doing some excellent work. We've also got the mainline engagement going on here. Going to be getting some great work done. Final Transmutation going off on the Prophetess, getting some beautiful cinematic action there. So she's going to be taking some damage, or no, actually it looks like it didn't actually go off. So Earthblood over here trying to heal up these Knights of the Realm, but it's a bit late now with the Spears and the Maws of Savagery and the Skinwolf. They're going to be taking a ton of damage. My opponent wisely slipping these Knights of the Lion-Hearted by. We are going to be able to respond with these Marauder Spearmen who are getting shot to pieces, as well as the Marauder Hunters with Javelins. They're getting a great charge in here against these Marauder Hunters, though. Beautiful, beautiful work done. Here in the center, though, the Peasants are getting absolutely destroyed by Marauders, and Hunter of Champions has been popped on this Paladin here, and he is not liking life. He's getting taken down by Wulfrik the Wanderer, the ultimate duelist, so definitely living up to his name. The Knights of the Lion-Hearted are going to come in and try and support, but they won't get a ton of work done here. Getting a decent rear charge, but nothing overly substantial. Bit of friendly fire coming in as well from those Peasant Archers. So we're going to be switching these Javelins, just continuing to fire on the Knights of Lion-Hearted. Over on this flank, we've completely broken things down. Going to be getting into the Peasant Archers here. You can see another Earthblood going off, trying to get some healing done, but at this point, the Peasants are just not able to hold up to this absolutely brutal slaughtering. And yeah, definitely probably should have brought some Battle Pilgrims. You know, these low-tier peasant spears are not going to be able to hold up against this kind of savaging, so you can see this paladin's now been routed off. The Prophetess is trying to get in here on Wulfrik, but we're going to pull back and introduce her to javelins. So she's going to be taking quite a few javelins to the face, as well as being smacked around by Wulfrik, so bad day for her. She's going to wisely try and flee. However, Wulfrik on the Norscan Warhorse, you know, he is almost able to keep up with her, so another great volley coming in there. Knights of the Lionhearted trying to find a decent home. They're taking javelins from the rear, going to be taking javelins from the side here, so definitely a tough situation for them. You know, kind of getting in here a little bit, but not getting a direct charge order, so it wasn't super effective. You can see the infantry Zerg of Marauders is just collapsing the pocket over here, chopping these peasants to absolute pieces, and you know, despite their valiant efforts, they are only low-born pieces of filth, so they will get, you know, slaughtered summarily, and it is expected. So unfortunately, just not enough heavy cavalry here to help hold it all together. So you can see this nice peasant blob forming here, and you know, but unfortunately, these troops are, despite, you know, their chevrons being chevroned up to silver, double silver in many cases, which does, you know, does beef up their stats quite a bit. It still is not going to help them succeed against, you know, marauders and berserkers and all this heavy kind of hitting power. So the Prophetess is trying to decide if she wants to come down, but she is going to come down and get a few of these marauders here. But she will also take javelins from the other group of marauder hunters, so definitely a rough day for her. She's not going to like that too much and going to rout, and at that, the rest of the peasants are gone. Sea Fang being dropped. I did get another Sea Fang earlier right along the line that I failed to see, but it wasn't anything too substantial, mostly just killed peasants, which I guess is kind of the theme of this replay. So well played to my opponent. Definitely had a fun time playing that one. Figured you guys would like to see the Prophetess in action. You know, definitely not something I would bring, but you know, nice to see people trying something new. The chevrons on all these peasants as well. It probably would have been better to cut the chevrons on all these guys and just get more unit density. Probably could have got quite a few units of like battle pilgrims, or maybe some more Knights of the Realm, or something else to help support, because this is just it's a lot of chaff, I'll tell you what. And you can see these Marauders racked up an impressive number of kills. 158 there, 78 there, 71 here. Even the Spearmen doing decent, and the Marauders as well. Fairly low tier, but they definitely paid for themselves. 117 on the Mouse of Savagery as well is great. The Ice Wolves got routed off fairly early on, but they did break the charge of those Knights of the Realm, which was very useful. Chevron on these guys from, you know, throwing their javelins at knights and so on. So very fun battle. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. I know I definitely enjoyed playing that. And yeah, if you are enjoying the content, like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. I appreciate all your support, and we'll see you next time.